off.
Let me take a selfie.
So this came out in 2013, you said?
This year!
Oh.
To do this, because I can hear people talking and the music.
You hear everything.
She hears everything. You can't get away with speaking back to her.
Who? Cares.
So you're now reacting to the 13-member boy group, 17.
What?
Yep, it's because 3 subunits plus the group plus the... Wait. 3 subunits plus all the members, so that's 16 plus their fans. No, 1 team. Okay, I got it.
There's too much math here. I do
3
music.
subunits, they have, or hip hop unit, they have a performance unit, and they have a vocal unit. Combined together equals our 13 members, and they're all 1 team together, so that's 17.
There's too much math going on. I do music, man.
Hey, don't they say like doing music helps you be better at math?
Oh man, not me.
All right, so you're now reacting to the 13-member boy group 17 and their 2023 release, which means God of Music in English. This song conveys the members' appreciation for music as a powerful force that transcends barriers and unites people, and their belief in its ability to bring happiness and joy.
What is that? That is...
You're gonna play that and not explain it?
The people united will never be defeated, in which a modern composer wrote an hour-long set of variations on. It's been called like the new Goldberg.
It serves as both a tribute to the divine source of music and a celebration of its universal impact.
Oh, I love
They sing,
that.
"We can be friends from now on. We've just met, but we can dance together. We can mix it up right, sugar and spice, brass sound, and guitar." The song is composed by Bumsu, Park Ki-tae, Lee Pom-hun, and the 17-member Uzi.
Of course. Who's your god of music? Do you have a god of music?
This video is brought to you by you, our YouTube members and supporters on Patreon. Patreon and YouTube memberships are how viewers like you can support us and also gain access to exclusive content, like extra reactions to both old and new K-pop songs, early access to every React to the K video, and a weekly podcast.
7. Hit end on a Ray Sev. Ray Sev is cool, because then we realize, first of all, it's harmonic minor, which is the spookiest of the minors.
We also started a new series where we'll be ranking every song in an artist's discography every month.
Beautiful singing. Anna Cruces. Whoa! You're drooling.
If you want to become a patron or YouTube member to help our channel grow and to access over 1,000 exclusive videos, check out the description of this video for how to join. Thank you to all of you who already support us. We really couldn't do this without you. And now, back to the video.
The Phantom of the Opera. 3, 2, 1.
Oh boy. Oh boy, it's 17. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh.
No!
You know, you always feel that in your stomach, yeah.
Oh, there's no more music. It's just so sad.
Just wait.
Oh, it's 17.
Oh, ooh.
This is very funky.
I thought it would be B minor there. Maybe it's a little B dominant sample.
There's so many Japanese songs like this.
Yeah.
DK always looks so fine.
Probably in
They
a
look
Jacob
like
Collier
Jacob
music
Collier in their little...
Aww, I want to be best friends with a donkey.
The trumpet line, that's cool.
Man, this reminds me of like Disney. I thought it was so cute and happy.
What? Oh, that's clever. That's funny.
Oh, Brennan.
So
It's
good.
fine.
I wish Brennan were calling me.
Woo!
Oh, the brass sounds good.
Oh, there's
Correct.
French horn. No way, they
It
never
is.
have those.
Yo!
There's just like children jumping up and down.
You know, school. Yeah. No, this is cute that it starts at school though, because I feel like that's when a lot of people start doing music.
Wow. Is that my name too?
Oh, yes.
Are those beatboxing syllables?
Nice. Oh, that little Beatles reference.
Maybe.
Oh, the
So
brass.
happy.
Whoa!
Yeah, true. We have to remember that this is our happiness.
Clean harmony.
I can't believe we're just in this end of the second verse. This song has already felt like it's been 5 minutes. And I want it to be longer!
It's such a
I
chill
wanna dance,
choreo.
bro.
It's a little bit giving like Jean Baptiste.
I can sort of see that. I feel like his stuff would be
It's a little bit his stuff's a little bit more
harmonically
soul
complex.
Yeah, it's yeah, for sure.
What does that mean? Kung
I
chi
don't-
pak chi kung kung
I
chi
do not know what that
pak
means.
Pop off. Wow.
I would so have a house party to this song.
Hello? We're in space.
Definitely highlight.
Yeah. Oh my god. How much money did I spend on this movie?
Yeah,
Music
layer
video.
that. Layer that.
Please and thank you.
I like how they're hopping on the beat here though. I like this.
Kong Kong Chi Pachi. This is great.
Wow, it's
I'm a big fan already. I don't need to listen to the rest to know.
Hey.
I'm not gonna be able to see your face.
Sorry, I just.
I love snails. I love snails. Oh my gosh.
But how does a snail know to like stop its slime between the words, between the letters? Like it has to like, it's like levitate and then move on to the O and then levitate.
Wait, is the slug the god?
I should bring in snails sometimes.
Show and tell.
Yeah.
What do you have today?
This is
It's like-
Brunhilde. That's so cute.
Amen. Amen to the slug
We
god.
found the god of music, the slug.
Uji really is the god of music. If you think about it.
Dude, that was incredible.
Amazing.
What
Whoa.
I have nothing negative to say. That was so good.
I got bored like halfway through, not gonna lie.
Why?
Because it was just really repetitive.
The structure was like pretty like, it was just a pretty like normal written song, but the way they executed it was really good.
Yeah, it was pretty simple, but I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
'Cause
it
it
doesn't gotta
wasn't-
be complicated.
Yeah. I think that it was like super funky and tight. I liked funky and tight. It was funky and tight. I don't know why I'm using those words, but I really like the groove of it.
It does have a
snappy.
good groove. It is very funky. It's like, I've heard about this coming out because my friend's a big 17 fan, and I haven't been able to listen to it because I've been trying to get into 17 and everything. And they were like, oh, this is like really good for brass. You'll like it. And so I was like thinking, oh, like French horn brass, like classical
No,
brass.
it's a trumpet.
No, but it's like very like funky brass, which is still fun brass.
Horn line, trumpet, trombone,
Yeah.
sax, right?
Yeah, right. It sounded great, and I think that a lot of times when they use other instruments, it can sound really weird if they use like fake instruments and stuff, but they really went the extra mile for like the recording and the sound mixing and like hiring musicians for stuff, so it wasn't done like in a way that bothers me. The French horn at 120 is crazy. Don't see it coming out of it, because there's no French horn in this that I can hear at least. But isn't that the cutest instrument in the world? and just pause it at 120 and appreciate
It kind of reminds me of like, you know, VeggieTales?
Oh my
how
God.
the veggies like hop around.
Yeah.
It's like VeggieTales, but
Music.
French horn. Yeah.
17 and brass are synonymous, I would say. They're so, yeah.
It's like everywhere.
And they use it so well.
Why is this like, why is the brass used well in this song versus like, I don't know, any other pop song?
I think the sound is very authentic.
Yeah.
It's,
The more I thought about it, like you're right,
Yeah,
it's not MIDI. Yeah, it sounds really good. And it's like, it's used in moderation too. So it's not like in your face. If you really pay attention, you're like, da 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 da. And it's like, that's cool. That is
like,
cool.
that's cool. Yeah.
So it was like tastefully used.
Tastefully used, and also just thank you for not using horrible MIDI brass, because I feel like brass is one of those sounds where it's really like, you really have to be able to control it in like a specific way. That keyboard brass just doesn't ever sound right.
Absolutely
It's like,
not.
it's its own thing. But yeah, for this purpose, I think it sounds great.
Did you
Like
have
the
a
real
favorite
brass.
moment that the brass did?
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
The little licks in the chorus.
Yeah, it makes you feel like, wow, wow. Sunshine and rainbows, literally.
Were you guys able to pay attention to the lyrics at all?
Yeah, I was able to. I feel like, you know, it's always refreshing to not have a song about love, since 99% of songs are about love.
Yeah.
So I really appreciated that.
Also refreshing to have a song about happiness that's not related to substance abuse. I said what I said. A-pop.
Okay, honestly, yeah, it's a really, really cute subject. Yeah,
Sunshine and smiles, that's all you need. And you're around with your friends, your homies, your 친구.
I know.
친구. 친구 사람.
친구 사람.
Friend people.
Friend people.
Yes.
Friend people. Yeah.
Your homie dudes.
How do we feel about the lyrics, and how do we feel about music as our happiness? Like, because this is a really busy time of year for you to be making us question music as our happiness. Like, we're doing or at least I'm doing pre-screenings and like all sorts of crazy stuff.
Auditions.
And yeah, and so it's like sometimes I'll get really frustrated with music, but it is true that I'm always like, this is a gift that I get to do this. Like, the universe is giving me a gift to experience this, and I need to appreciate it even when I want to hit my head against a wall. So.
Oh, so looking deeper into the song, like it's talking about, like, I'm so glad there's music because I can share this experience with you. Like, I can dance with you, and anything with 4 syllables, it can be anything. So that's what the Kongchi Pakchi is.
Kung kung pachi kung. There's some nice syncopation. Kung
Is it
kung.
Kongchi Pachi or Kong Kong Pachi? Kongchi Pachi.
Kungchi
Pakchi.
But it sounds like it's kungchi pachi. So low, high, middle, high sounds just like to me. It's like Boots and Cats, right? So,
Kongchi 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 ni ya Kongchi.
how the fuck did you ruin that? Kongchi. Yeah, it's the New Year's song. That's it. Kongchi Pakchi.
Kongchi.
And then Pachi, they kind of go up into like a pseudo high sung note that almost like sounds like their voice breaks, but it creates a lot of weight. Like it's such a heavily accented note and a heavily articulate or fiercely articulated note that like your voice freaking cracks. Kung chi pachi, kung chi pachi, yo. Like you kind of lose your voice over it. And it's very powerful, gunshotty, which adds to the energy and electricity.
Also, don't they say something like noise?
Yeah, noise
is
is music,
and they're
yes.
making sounds that is like onomatopoeia sounds.
They're making noises. They're like, even noise is music to us, which is like just kind of cool as like I feel like not a lot of people know that we're in an era of classical music where like they're exploring noise as music. So it's interesting that they're saying that, because that sort of translates differently to me personally as a classical musician who's playing a lot of music that's exploring that. Personally, that's really hard music to play, so I have like my own grievances with it, but I appreciate the idea of it. So like it just has a deeper feel to me on a side note as a classical musician.
It's so cute. They say even the ants' footsteps march in harmony.
Oh, that's
really
so cute. That's so cute. Because I do feel like the world itself is very musical. And that's why we like music. Like the heartbeat in a mother's womb is why we like the sound of a bass, like of a beat. It affects our heart. Like the way that we interpret music now, like based off of what's going on, like La Mer with like the crashing of the waves. Like, you know, that sort of thing. Like we can create music that sounds like the world to us because the world is very musical. So like the ants marching, being musical is like, felt that. That's so cute.
How do you feel like their vocal delivery added to the song's vibes?
They're so joyous.
Yeah, they're so joyful. It's like nice to watch. Low-key, the guy in the cowboy boots I was vibing with.
The clarity, you know, the vocal harmony is really well balanced, so it just sounds like, they sound like chords, you know, the melody stands out really well, but it's just, every 17's vocal harmony control is so nice.
They kept it within their range, you know, instead of like going into certain unnatural ranges. So I think the whole song, you don't get these like external things that sort of occasionally distract you from the song. This one just, yeah.
I like what they've got going on. I like that it's not often you get to hear a guy group sing and they're like not unapologetically just like joyful. Like usually they're like, oh, so cool. Ah. And I'm like, please stop. But I really appreciate that they're just like,
happy guys.
It's not often you get to see guys going, yay! And I appreciate that. We need more of that.
Could we talk about perhaps their vocal delivery, Henry?
Yeah, but I might want to listen to a little bit more.
Let's do a
That's a great
second.
idea.
Is there anything else that you want to comment on before we jump in?
Not really. It's so great. It's so great, and
their song
so
structure,
clear,
clean.
It's great. It's clear, and it's clearly great.
It is, and I love music.
Oh my gosh, I love the one voice. Oh my gosh, that giant chord. Oh. Whoa, did he hand the mic to him to split screen? Excellent.
Little dance break.
Even this, instrumental is so fire, because it was fire when the voices were singing with it.
Man. Oh, good. Their vocals, what do I need to comment on? It's really clear. They don't really sing. There's honestly not a lot of variety in the style of their singing. It's really healthy and bright, belty sound. Not like full musical theater, like hey, but it's up there in a nice healthy mix. There's that. I don't know what that pitch was, but I think he's singing it in his head voice, right? Because I think it was da-da-da-da, which how would you even get up there? Man, I did two things I noticed that I want to call attention in their rap, or just in their song structure of their vocal inflection delivery. I can't quite remember exactly recall, but the rap isn't just like, let me say a bunch of words, but it kind of had there's some intonation to it. I don't need to call back anything, but I just need to remind myself what that sounds like, because I
remind myself of this song every second of my life.
Yeah. Like they have this and the rap intonation, which is nice because it forms a structure too. And then the pre-chorus.
Oh, the tablecloths are little ghosts.
And then they do it again.
Happy Halloween.
It's kind of like one note and then something different. And then, right? I think the vocal melody just builds itself up naturally.
It's like, you know,
speaking with some inflection to sung in a chest register, and a more comfortable register on kind of one note, and then, what is that pitch?
It's A.
A. Oh, that's really high.
Yeah.
You really got to support your breath to sing that and not your falsetto. Yeah. So they chose an appropriate range to be able to do all this.
If we take this back to classical music, you know, some songs, the melody becomes really clear and it's like you know what it's doing and it draws your attention. That's sort of like a Mozart melody. This one is not a Mozart melody because when you're listening to it, you just feel good and you don't feel the need to analyze it. This is a Haydn melody.
Why are Haydn's melodies just feel good? You don't need to overanalyze it.
Well, I think because Mozart, you know, wrote everything like he wrote his operas. They're very vocal, but Haydn wrote, I don't know, there's something innate. Not to say that Mozart wasn't innate, but like, you know, when you get like, and then it's like, just like, you know, that melody does not sound very impressive. It's okay, but then with his orchestration, and he puts like a cannon in it halfway through the movement, and then you realize the potential that this very simple line has, and you just feel happy. Just like all the production and all the instrumentation around this song is what makes it so memorable.
Musically, what helps it make it feel so good, vibey, and upbeat and happy?
Big one for me was like the brass lines,
Yeah.
like and like that screaming guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. What else makes it feel uplifting?
The rhythmic guitar. It's like that thing. Yeah. It's like Uptown Funk, but musical.
What makes this feel like inspirational music?
Well, the style itself in general is more upbeat and fun. Disco tends to be that way, but it's like also like rhythmically they're just very much on the beat. You know, they're not trying to be syncopated, but it's supposed to be like driving forward all the time. And it was just like the melodies were very sweet. The production was super sweet, with like all the brass being like really in the forefront.
I think that it's also like there's like the way they're subdividing shifts up. It's like Ian, like, and then it'll do like a and a, like, you know, it like doesn't
a nice syncopation.
Yeah, it's not like a really consistent syncopation. It like switches up and it gives you a little A. Like it feels like you're like there's a little skip in your step.
I just like that, like a little bit of like antiphony and like a which is call and response with just like a really simple minor triad that I like. You can hear it. And I like that. I just think it's cute, it's simple, but it's all super tight. Like all of the rhythms are like,
yeah, it's
real
all very
cute.
punctual.
Very the articulation.
How do you feel the harmony supported, you know, the good vibes of this song?
Oh, true. Yeah. Wait.
Answer my question!
Oh, this is just like a very common like chord changes.
But still, it makes you feel a certain thing.
It's like 4, 2, 3, secondary dominant.
Why does the secondary dominant feel brighter?
Because originally it's gonna be 6. It's just gonna be like diatonic, but then it's like up a half step, so it's kind of brighter a little bit. Yeah, that's also like such a cliche, so I don't feel anymore. I don't feel it anymore.
You feel no emotion.
I
Unlike
listened to
you,
it too many
other
times.
people feel emotion.
Rhythmically, I did. I wish there was more. I just felt like it was just.
What was happening rhythmically?
Just 1, 2, 3, 4 the whole time.
Whereas in this style of music, typically...
I feel like there could be more, especially on the hi-hat, more complex stuff going on. Because like there was a hi-hat or shaker, like I said, but it was like really low and you could barely hear it. And I think it was just going like the whole time.
Just sick, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like for something like this, you want like some weird, like some cool, funky stuff.
My biggest gripe is definitely exactly the same as Isaiah's, though. Just like the percussion was so far deep in the mix. It was like you couldn't hear it 90% of the time. I like when you point out the cowbell, I have the better headphones on right now, and I couldn't hear it. So percussion was way too deep in the mix. I think if they had brought that out more, I think it would have probably driven forward and brought out like Oh, the spirit of music, you know?
So you only felt a faint spirit of music.
I think,
I feel like they accomplished what they were doing, but it could have been better.
yeah, well, it was a fun little tune, I would say.
It's electric. It's great. This is like my dynamite. This should. I hope this pops off.
Okay, I think this might be my favorite guy group you've shown me.
I've shown you before them actually, and you said the same exact
Really?
thing.
Okay, because the next thing I was gonna say, like, tell me if I'm being, like, you know better than me. Like,
We saw a subunit of them before. They were called BSS.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I did like them. I love their energy. That was good. I just like that they don't take themselves too seriously in their music, which I find, like, really refreshing. And I really like this song. It's really cute. I like.
Good.
It's just like, who can be mad about a song about, like, that's like about nice things and being thankful for things. Like, that's great.
Whoa.
I love that.
The Phrygian is real with this one.
It's so like delicate, but it's still charismatic.
Also, just 13 handsome men. That's all we need. It's all we need in this life.